Hi, everybody. My name is Dianna David, and I'm a movement storyteller. And this is a ball, a red ball. Such a simple thing. But for something so simple, you could do so much with it. You could roll it. You can spin it. You could flip it. And you can balance it. This, ladies and gentlemen, is called contact juggling. And this ball changed my life. Ever since I was little, I loved and was so fascinated by how things moved. With objects, machines, and even the human body. I guess that's why I dance so much. You see, I grew up always dancing. Oh yeah, oh, MC Hammer, you know that one. But my dad said, that is a hobby. You need to get a career. So, I became a mechanical engineer, not electrical. It's about the same thing. You see, I thought my parents wanted me to get a job. I grew up in Edmonton, Alberta. Woohoo, Edmonton! Wait for the story. I grew up in a very traditional Filipino upbringing, where their definition of success was to get a good education, stable job, and raise a family. So I pursued that. So after high school, I got a degree, and then I flew off to San Francisco for my first job as a mechanical engineer. Yeah, I'll be right there. Okay, degree, check. Career, check. 401k, check. Proud parents, double check. But after 4 years, I started to get the itch. I don't know if you've felt this before, but it's that feeling in the pit of your stomach, where you know you're just not meant to be there. Well, that feeling started to grow for days. Then it lasted for weeks, and then months. Is this it? Is this what I was going to do for the rest of my life, analyzing heating and ventilation systems for commercial buildings and high-rise apartments? Oh. Ew. So then what was I going to do? I thought back when I was 5. It was 1983. I was watching TV. And then I saw a man with a sparkly jacket slide backwards across the stage. And then everybody went nuts. I could do that. And then soon after that, I heard that my older brother was going to perform in his first piano recital. What? You get to perform on stage? So I told his piano teacher, I want to perform on stage too. Oh, you do? Well, Diana, you don't even play piano. What are you going to do? I'm going to dance. I'm going to dance Michael Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my first performance ever at the age of 5, dancing to Michael Jackson's Beat It. Rendition by Dianna David. Yes, it's true. So, I guess my dad saw my talents, and he decided to create a Filipino dance group called the Philippine Barangay Performing Arts Society. It was great. I got a chance to learn about my culture, learn the language, and learned how dance was a form of teaching storytelling and passing down traditions. I got to connect with the community, and all the kids I hung out with became my family. What else I also learned from that was conformity. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. My parents, great life. They took care of me. They gave me a good life. They worked really hard. But it felt like there was this narrow path laid out for me all the way to success. And if I didn't go down it, I would be considered a failure. So it was around that time when I was deciding whether to quit my job or to stay, that I had a conversation with my dad. So, Dad, why did you come to Canada? Well, because I had a dream. I wanted to go abroad to raise a family. But I remember the time I didn't even talk too much because I thought I would run out of English. Dad. And then I realized I was my dad's dream come true. So if my dad had a dream, then what was my dream? That's when I started to listen to my 5-year-old self. I had to quit. And so I did. To join clown school! Whoop! Yes, there's such a thing. So yes, I mean, all my life, I trained to look like everyone else. But really, I wanted to break out, and I wanted to be different. So I thought that if the lizard man, the bearded lady, and the werewolf twins can do it, maybe quitting my engineering job and joining the circus will help me find my unique something. So, while my parents believed I was ruining my life, I was starting to strip away the expectations from the community, my parents, and even myself. It was crazy, clown school. I remember this time where we actually had to make a mistake look real. What? Okay, it was the hardest thing ever. I had to pretend to catch a ball and pretend like I couldn't do it. I mean, honestly, it was the hardest thing. I even remember crying so much because it was so hard for me. I couldn't do something, I wasn't good at being bad at something. Because, honestly, really, making a mistake on purpose, being raised as an engineer, being raised in a traditional background and so strict rules, failure was never an option. But I stuck through it. I learned to not take things so seriously. To remember to play again. Ow! Why you? Oh. And that mistakes can actually be material. And to find the joy in the simplest things. And then it was time for us to find our special thing in clown school, our shtick. All right. Well, some were doing magic, some were tossing clubs, some were doing face painting. I mean, Yeah, I could dance, but I didn't think it was enough. But it was not until I saw this street performer juggle with just one ball. I had never seen anything like it before. It was as if he was suspending time. And then I had a vision of me moonwalking with a ball. Yes! That's my shtick! Oh, yeah, that's gonna be my unique something. Yeah. So, there I was in clown school. I had a ball, I had a dream, and I had no money. Because I didn't have a job. Oh, guess I had to start street performing too. Well, street performing was really good because it really allowed me to practice and get instant feedback. Well, if they don't like you, they won't stay, and they sure won't pay. Well, after 2 years of this, it was great feedback and it was fun, but it just didn't feed me. So I decided to move to Vancouver. I didn't want to go back to Edmonton, that's for sure, because I wanted to play smarter, not harder. I said yes to every gig that came my way. I did birthday parties, comedy improv, and even roving characters. I did anything to get by, and I did it all. It was challenging, I have to tell you. Vancouver is expensive. I know, do you guys agree with me? Amen, right? But I did it. I was living off of the gigs performing. I know it was hard, and I was just scraping by. I had to move up. That's when I wrote my first grant to the Canada Council for the Arts. And I remember that day so clearly when I got the answer from them. My hands were shaking. I had never seen a check so big with my name on it. Oh, I felt like I won the lottery. Oh my gosh! I was going to eat, breathe, and live my art. Oh, the first person I called was my dad. Hi, Dad. I did it. He was so happy for me. For the first time in a long time, he was proud of me for something I really wanted to do. Be an artist and a performer. So with that grant, I wrote a story because I knew it was going to go into schools to put a very important message in it. I wrote myself in high school, having to show a new immigrant around school. Her name was Estrude de Bompouf. She came to Canada from the Philippines, and she was teased because she looked funny, and she walked around with her best friend, Albert, a chicken. Well, it was not until she shared her talents with a ball, in her case, an egg, that she started to make friends and be accepted. This show has been seen and taught to kids that it's okay to be different. This was a huge breakthrough in my career. It was called Take a Closer Look. It had been seen by over 70,000 kids and adults. And I knew there was something I had found. For Estrude, this ball was something she identified with. It was her connector. It was her cool factor It was that thing that people connected to, even though she was weird and awkward. And for me, this ball became my companion on the journey. It became a part of my identity. I was known as a girl with the red ball. This ball transformed my life. And when you connect all the dots, it becomes the stories I get to tell you today. So, let me ask you, what's your red ball? Is it a paintbrush? Is it a computer? Is it a camera? Smile, everyone. Instagram. Or your body? Or maybe just an idea to share. What would your 5-year-old self tell you it wants to do? What fascinates you? What moves you? What's that special talent that you want to share to the world, no matter what it is? I used to feel really selfish for doing something I wanted to do. But in this pursuit of happiness, I learned that if you do the things you love, it only inspires others to do the same. So, in your pursuit of happiness, I hope that you could take some of these tools I learned along the way. Number 1, remember to play! Woohoo! To expand your imagination. And remember that mistakes are magical. And just roll with it. Number 2, remember to practice. Take that time to show up for yourself, to find discipline and patience for that one day that it'll all just click. Yes! Yes! And number 3, perform. Share yourself to the world and experience that feeling because you are a contribution. And lastly, number 4, persevere. To never give up in writing the story of your life. This ball and I have been together for almost 10 years. But every time I pick it up, it always feels like we've locked eyeballs again. All I know is that this ball has changed my life, so I can live in a beautiful city where I can every day be able to perform. I'm able to teach, and I'm able to travel around the world doing whatever the heck I want to do. When I was 5, I wanted to be Michael Jackson. I didn't know. I just had to be myself. I know that today I can really, truly speak from my heart and say that I am living my dream. Ladies and gentlemen, I really hope you have the balls to follow yours. I'm Dianna David, and always remember, do what moves you.